subscribe and hit the bell icon and never miss another video.
Looking at me as like, ये भोली है, ये मासूम है, शांत है, सहमी सी है. And I think before I just like do what the director would tell me, and if he's happy, hopefully he'll be happy. I'd be like, okay, sir, theek hai. A little too much time with my dialect coach. My dad was getting like worried. And they have such a voice in Punjab that it's very easy to be intimidated around that environment if you're not from that environment. So I could kind of understand what Jerry was feeling like. I started feeling like maybe I do have something to offer, you know. I do have a voice and like an out and out comedy, a front footed comedy. And I really want to do a period.
Hey guys, this is Nawaz Kochra from Team MissMalini, and I am in conversation with a very amazing and gorgeous Janhvi Kapoor. Today we are going to talk about GoodLuck Jerry, and I have to say, ever since I've seen the trailer, Janhvi, I have been very curious to know more about Jaya Kumari. Okay, and the reason behind that is the character is very different. So before we dive into that conversation, welcome to MissMalini. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great. Thank you for having me.
And you know, I have to say this, GoodLuck Jerry is so different. There is a vibe in her which is just so cool. Like, you know, there's a streak that you know that she's badass. But at the same time, there is an innocence also. So I want to know, for the first time when this character came to you.
This was the exact brief that I was given.
Oh, really?
Literally, that she is a badass. People need to leave the film thinking, kya ladki hai yaar? But she needs to play it like she's the most oblivious, innocent girl in the world. And I was like, wow, that sounds like me.
And you know, also Jerry is so sassy. Like, there is this scene in the trailer with Deepak Dobriyal where in the car there is drugs and you are like, इसमें drugs hai, and he's just laughing. Like, he goes hysteric with laughing. And that sass of Jerry is like what got me. I was like, wow, this has to, you know, so I was like, I have to watch this movie just because of the sass. But I want to know that, you know, was it a conscious effort to, you know, choose a part like this after playing a strong-headed character like Gunjan Saxena?
I think that what had happened to me after Dhadak, Gunjan, and even Ghost Stories, for that matter, was that people looking at me as like, ये भोली है, ये मासूम है, शांत है, सहमी सी है, उसे ऐसे roles ही दो, शांत सी, you know, the quiet, pretty, innocent girl. And I was like, yeah, but I'm more than that. Like, I want to do more than that. I have more of a voice than just that. That is a part of me. And I think that Jaya Kumari, Jerry in the film, is also put into that same box. And she kind of is apologetic about having her own opinions, having her own voice, fighting for what she wants. And she kind of plays up that, yeah, I'm innocent, and like, huh, acha, theek hai. That the way that I think most girls are taught to be a little bit. And then she just has a moment of like, screw it, like, I need to get what I need to get. I need to get my way in the world, and everyone here is playing games and taking me for a ride, so I might as well take them for a ride also.
Also, you know, so there is a drastic change obviously that we notice on your on-screen performances, but I want to know that today when Janhvi walks on a set, cut to 2018, Dhadak, like when she walked on a set during Dhadak, and now today when she's, you know, on a set for GoodLuck Jerry, how different is Janhvi?
I'm definitely more confident, definitely more vocal about my opinions and how I want to perform a scene. And I think before I just like do what the director would tell me, and if he's happy, hopefully he'll be happy. I'd be like, okay, sir, theek hai. Now I think I almost always say, कि sir, ऐसा ही कर सकता है क्या? Sir, I think ऐसे शायद होना चाहिए, if I feel that way. So I think I'm more expressive and more confident in my take on things.
Also, you know, I want to know that at what point was this that Janhvi became Jerry? Was there a process where, you know, Janhvi became Jerry, and at what point did you think that Janhvi was Jerry?
I actually think that point happened. So I did a lot of prep for the film, especially with the Bihari. I spent a little too much time with my dialect coach. My dad was getting like worried. But yeah, it was such a fun, immersive process. And it was during the pandemic, and I really had nothing else to distract me. No other film. It was just Jerry. And so I really like dived into it and Siddharth was so specific about Jerry's backstory, and it almost seemed personal to him. The kind of displacement that Jerry feels being a Bihari migrant worker and someone finding a job in Punjab. So I tried understanding all of those elements, and I spent so much time, I can't tell you, in Basi Pathana and in Patiala and in Chandigarh. So much time with the people of Punjab. And I think, you know, at the start you kind of feel like an outsider also, being a city girl, and everyone is so expressive, and they're so individual, and they have such a voice in Punjab that it's very easy to be intimidated around that environment if you're not from that environment. So I could kind of understand what Jerry was feeling like. And I think from like the third or fourth day of shoot, and I still remember when that snap happened, like, okay, I think I found her, was when, and I think that dialogue's in the trailer when she says to her mom, "Mari nahi ho tum, jinda ho abhi, aur jab tak."
marne bhi nahi denge.
Haan, and I feel like, oh, this is her inner turmoil. Like this, because that I felt like was her moment of like, phat, and like Jerry exploding. And I felt we found one take where I did it as honestly as I could, and I felt it, and I was like, okay, now I know her. Like I know her like the back of my hand.
Also, you know, so like, you know, it looks intense. There are fun elements. Deepak Dobriyal is also in the like, you know, his sense of humor is just next level.
Yeah.
I want to know how fun was that camera?
Oh, it was so much fun. And the thing is, he would improv so much on set, and small things that weren't even in the script. Just the way he'd look at you, the way he'd use his hands, the way like there was so much that you can learn from him, and sometimes things that you don't even find funny on set, and then when you see it later while dubbing for the film, like, ye kab bola Deepak sir ne? And it's so funny. So I think that's the magic of an actor, that every time you see their performance you find something new in it, and that's what it was like working with him.
And I think so today it's an amazing time to, you know, be in this space, because the OTT space also is booming so
For sure.
well. So what is your opinion on that? You know, like there are films in their place, but also with this OTT space coming in, you know, this entire concept of having a shelf life is gone.
Shelf life for a film or for an actor?
For both, equally.
Right.
What I want to know, what is your opinion on that?
It's extremely liberating, I think. But I think it's also realigned a lot of things in our industry, which has also confused industry members and audience members alike. All of a sudden, films that people would be okay going to theatres to watch, now they're more than happy watching from the comfort of their own homes. So I think that an evolution has taken place. For actors, I think we're in a very, of course there's a downside, but the plus side is, I think that it's a time of creative boom. It's quite a luxury to have access to platforms that have such wide reach, that are churning out such exciting content-driven films and shows, and there's so much you can do. So in that way, it's a very exciting time. But also this realignment of what's working and what's not working, and the commerce part of it, I think, is putting some amount of pressure on actors.
Wow. Also, you know, I just realized while we were talking that today is the 20th of July, exactly the day Dhadak had released.
Yes.
So it's officially like today is the day you complete 4 years.
Yes, 4 years.
And when you look back at this journey, 7 films including the upcoming ones, it is surely been a great time. But is there a character probably that has specifically or specially left a mark on you, or probably, you know, influenced your craft in some way?
I think Gunjan.
Okay.
I think Gunjan for sure. I think Gunjan and then Jerry.
Wow.
Gunjan, because I think I learned so much from Gunjan ma'am and what she stood for as a person. And I learned that you can't control anything in the world. What you can control is how you're approaching what you're doing.
Right.
Or just niyat se aap kaam karte ho, and how important that is. And I think that was a very valuable lesson for me. With GoodLuck Jerry, I learned that I think I became a little confident in my craft, and I started feeling like maybe I do have something to offer. You know, I do have a voice, and I can have fun with what I'm doing. But these are from the films that I've released. I think other than that, I'm my character in Bawal and my character in Mr. and Mrs. Mahi are very, very, very close to me.
Mr. and Mrs. Mahi is the sports film, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
it's almost, I feel like so much of it, I mean, I don't want to say, but like there's so many things that I can relate to because Sharan's such a close friend of mine. So many scenes I feel like it's like, oh, when this happened to you, how did you feel? And like we brainstorm. So there are a lot of things that are very personal in that script that I can relate to. So I think that character is a huge part of me and vice versa. And even in Bawal, Nisha, and just the world that we've created and the space that I think that Nitesh sir's cracked with the film, I can't wait to go back to set.
Wow.
I have 5 days left on that film and I can't wait. It's become my safe space.
Wow. Also, do you have a dream role? And if so, has it come or it's yet to come?
I really want to do a comedy, like an out and out comedy, a front-footed comedy. And I really want to do a period film.
Yeah.
I love dancing and I love Kathak and I'm obsessed with, like, you know, that old world charm. So I hope I can do it.
Amazing. Congratulations on your 4 years. And with this, you know, we move on to the game segment of this interview.
Okay.
This one is powered by...
I thought you were going to pull out a gun. I don't know why. I was like, shit.
It's powered by Pop Exo and it's called Pop Quiz.
Okay.
So you have to tell me the very first word that pops into your mind after you listen to this word. So here we go. Bollywood.
A farce.
Siblings.
Life.
Sridevi.
Mom.
Good luck.
Jerry.
Coffee with Karan.
Fun.
Wow, that was superb. And on that note, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best for Good Luck Jerry.
Thank you so much.
And this is surely, you know, there's a long journey ahead and we are absolutely looking forward to a successful one also. So keep rocking always.
Thank you.
Thank you.